What is going on, my planting people? I'm Lithius and this is Roots Ready. A massive happy new year to you all watching today. In today's video, it's going to be a two-part series. I am going to be repotting this lovely, massive, glorious looking Calathea Tricolor. It's in a long pot, and my plan for this plant was for it to completely fill up this planter, but there is a lot of empty space in here where the plant is not growing in just yet. You can see lots of space here. If I turn it around, you can also see lots of space back here as well. I thought this plant would grow a lot quicker to allow me to enjoy it a bit more, but I found it to be a little bit slower than expected. What I'm hoping to do, and the reason why this is a two-parter, is I'm going to unpot this plant and put it into this terracotta pot. This is a slightly larger terracotta pot, not the largest one that you can get, but my idea is that I can sort of have them all in here nice and compact. The main reason for this is to conserve space. I'm running out of space quite quickly, and because I found this plant to be a slightly slower grower, I'll just place it in here for now, and then as it grows bigger, I'll consider moving it into another pot like this in the future. So that's going to be part one, and in part two we're going to be reusing this pot because it's a great long planter, and we're going to be repotting my crawling philodendron. So this is my Plougmanii. I've also got a Pastazanum as well, and I've got a couple of cuttings of a Gloriosum and a McDowell as well, and I'm hoping to put all of them into this planter because it's a lot bigger than this one. As you can kind of see, this one is about 50 centimeters long and this one is a lot bigger, so you can see the size difference there. So hopefully these plants can enjoy that a bit longer. And also, I'm hoping to sort of try to save them as well. They haven't been doing the best. You can see some yellowing leaves over here. So I'm hoping to sort of try to do a bit of a rehab project with them as well. So definitely come back for part two, because in part two I'm going to try to do something a little bit different for them. My aim is to save them, to have them looking as good as possible for the upcoming spring. But without any further ado, let's get straight into this Calathea Tricolor. So what I want to do is have it in a situation that it can really enjoy its growth, and I can enjoy it as well, and also keep it compact as I said. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to remove the plant from the inner pot from the outer pot. Check this out. Wow. So it might be a little bit more difficult than I first anticipated, but we're here for it. We are here for it. What I'm going to try to do is find the best way pulling this plant out of the pot. Now, the way this plant grows, it grows through sort of rhizomes. It has this underground stem system, and what happens is the plant will then start to shoot up from under the ground, and you can't really tell where it's going to go. So I was hoping that in this pot, in this situation, that it would spread a lot quicker, but as I said, it's been a little bit slower than expected. So we're going to try to sort of just gently sort of pull the plant and see what budges, what doesn't. You can see if I pull the plant here, that moves quite nicely. It's pulling up quite easy from one side, but not so much from the other. That's all right. The plant is out of its pot right now, and what I'm going to do is try to get rid of some of this topsoil. So you can't really see what I'm doing here because of the leaves, but essentially I'm just loosening up the soil with my hands. I'm just sort of squeezing it, and the soil will sort of break away from the roots. So as I'm doing that, I'm collecting the soil that's falling off, and I'm just putting it into this bowl. So this is what we're working with at the moment. Can you see that? So we've made some good progress. Just gonna keep plowing away, loosen it up, really good. Right here, there's a bit of a dead spot in the middle of the plant. I'm not sure why. I've never been able to get any plants to grow here. You can see where some have died back, but they just haven't regrown. So if I can, I will be trying to remove this section here and get the plant to grow a bit closer together, a bit more compact. So we can try to do that now. I've split the plant in two where that dead zone was. So now we've got two of these. We'll put one of them to the side for now. We'll try to remove as much of the soil from this side as possible. And where we have those sort of dead corms, we'll just remove those. So I'm just going to test this in my pot just to see how it fits at the moment. So that is pretty much just about enough space just for this plant only. This one is not going to fit in here as well, so we're going to have to do some more work to sort of break up this root system a little bit more. I've just actually noticed, look, we've got this, what is that? This is like those this growing media, so this could have been the reason why the plant sort of had that separation. Interesting. So we'll definitely get rid of that, and we'll try to sort of just continue to break it up a little bit and see if there's any more in there that we can get rid of, because that stuff is not good for your plant. For the long-term health of your plant, it's not good at all. There we go. So I'm able to break just that section into another 2 pieces, so now we have 3 bits, which is going to make it a lot easier to repot, a lot easier. And now we'll begin to work on this other half of the plant. So again, there are some dead bits and pieces in the plant, so you can see like this bit here is basically nearly dead, if not completely dead. Just work on the roots, get all of that soil out. There we go. I can see some more of that, this sort of cloth thing here. Can you see it? Don't know why it was in there. I didn't notice. To be fair, I think some of this soil is the nursery soil, so I haven't really unpotted this plant. I think I've only done it once. I think that will do. I don't think I need to do any more, because I just wanted to thin it down just ever so slightly. Remove any dead roots or roots that have been cut off. Now I'm just going to see if all of these plants can fit into this same pot at the same time. It is going to be very, very dense, extremely dense in here. I think that will do, and imagine that when it's all potted up and looking amazing. That's going to look incredible. By now you know the drill. We're just going to start to repot the plant, so we're going to do a little base layer, not too much, so about that will do. I'm reusing the soil because the soil was actually okay, didn't have any issues, didn't seem to have any root rot or anything like that, so we will reuse it, and we're just going to start to place the plant inside the pot. So I'm going to just add the soil slowly, like so, to the middle, and then we're going to use the old tap down trick. And I'm also going to use my chopstick to get the soil into the roots. I like to concentrate on the edges of the pot. Good little tap, and there we have it. So the plant is nicely potted up. Look how nice and compact that is. This is only a temporary fix. I think I'll probably leave this plant in here for maybe 1 growing season, then I'll slowly build it up, because I just really want to appreciate that compact look. As I said, this is the sort of vibe I wanted for this plant, but across that whole long planter, but unfortunately we didn't get that. The plant just grew a little bit too slowly, but nonetheless it's done a decent bit of growing, and I'm just hoping that in here I can really start to appreciate the plant. So this is it. I think I will go through and just make sure that all of that soil is nice and compact in there, that there are no air pockets. I'll just continue to do that. I don't think you want to see me just sort of prodding away at, at the soil. But as I said, this is part 1. The first part was to move this plant over. We got to do another transplant of my other 2 crawling philodendrons. We might throw in a couple more, so definitely come back next week to see that. But for now, this is my Calathea Tricolor, and as always, keep planting.